Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Elliot Quinn. If you guys are not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Today, we're reacting to Dax to Be a Man remix. Now, this is featuring Darius Rucker. If you guys don't know who Darius Rucker is, he's the guy who had like that super, I'm guessing his most popular song is Wagon Wheel. He covered it from the original. In my opinion, Darius Rucker's version is like 10 times better than the original. Nothing against the original, but it was just a little bit too slow. Darius like completely changed the style of it and made it his own song. And it's like, to be honest, like in my top 5 favorite country songs, it's like extremely catchy. It's super cool. I absolutely love Wagon Wheel. So this is like quite the duo, Dax and Darius Rucker. I was never expecting this to happen, but it happened, okay? Great things happen when you least expect them to. So this is going to be interesting to see. So this is To Be a Man remix featuring Darius Rucker. Let's get right to it. And if you guys are enjoying the video, leave a like and come subscribe, dude, because why not? All right, I'll shut up. Time to react.
I can't hide myself. I don't expect you to understand. I just hope I can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and they don't care about what you know. It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home.
I love that line. It's not about how you feel, but it's about what you provide inside that home, which I think it's completely true, and I think it's a necessity. You need strong men in this world, and you need men who provide. That's it.
Being a man is what you make it. You can't always live up to expectations. You try to please everybody while you struggle, so you fake it and end up out of balance, compromising situations. As a good man, do what he should, man. I give everything he has and do.
Yeah, this is a lot different from Wagon Wheel, but it's, I love this guy's voice, man.
Do what he should, man. I give everything he has and do everything he could, man. You might find yourself feeling all alone inside a house you built that you don't recognize as home. And that's what my daddy told me, and I'll tell my son the same. Now that I'm older, I relate and I actually feel his pain. He never cried, he might have lied, but he did not complain. And he said, son, one day you'll have to do the same. I get emotional when I stop and think and I look around beyond the county lines of my small town. I think about all the men out there who feel like I do now, who are screaming on the inside but won't ever make a sound.
Oh, dude, that was a great verse. I absolutely love Darius Rucker's voice. I think he has a very unique voice when it comes to country, and actually kind of works on this somewhat hip-hop beat, because it's not really like a traditional intense hip-hop beat, but it still is a hip-hop beat. So I think this is the first time I ever hear Darius Rucker sing on top of this kind of music, this kind of instrumental, and it's good, dude. That just shows pure talent when he's able to just sing on top of anything. And to be honest, he could be Dax's father. Maybe, dude. I don't know. They kind of look like they kind of look alike.
Who are screaming on the inside but won't ever make a sound.
I don't expect you to understand. I just hope I can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and they don't care about what you know.
It is a lonely road because a lot of people don't understand this, especially like people my age, like men my age, or boys my age, I should say, because like men my age don't even really exist anymore. But they just don't realize that nobody gives a crap about your feelings. Like if you're a man, no one cares how you feel, man. You just got to get through it and do what you have to do. That doesn't mean you shouldn't have any emotions. It just means that there's a place and a time for them. When you're at work, you're there to work. You're not there to cry or bitch about in life and complain. You're there to do the job and be a professional. And we completely lost touch with that. Now people just complain and cry and moan when they're at work, and they don't even show up to work because they're too, I'm too anxious, I'm too depressed. You know, it's a bunch of complaining bullshit, dude. So, and then it just makes them even less happy. It's crazy, dude.
It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home. Don't give up, keep fighting. As a man, our sun is our horizon. And our father's actions play a role, and we end up like them. So they can't let us see them hurt, cause we'll embody what they do and start a generational curse. No wonder most men are so depressed, all the things that they can't express. They go to war, get thrown on the shelf, then go back to war with their mental health. Then grab that bottle and ask for help, try to pull themselves out of hell, then fall back down and then realize that they're gonna have to do it themselves. It's the circle of life. As a man you provide, they don't know what you're worth till the day that you die, and that's when they start crying. Then move on to a man to confide in. That's why we feel we can't hide ourselves. We don't expect you to understand.
I'm so happy that there's like songs now about like just praising men, and because for like the past couple of years I feel like men have been completely kicked in the ground, like just it's like this anti-masculinity thing's been going on recently, and I think it's like super dangerous because an emotional man is the most dangerous man in the world. A man who can't control his emotions, that's your school shooters, that's your criminals, that's your murderers, that's your mass shooters, dude. Those are men who are weak, who cannot control their emotions. They're extremely dangerous. And men are aggressive people naturally. That's just how we are biologically, but you have to be able to control that anger and control that aggression. But no, instead we tell, young men to just act upon their emotions. That's the stupidest thing you could ever do. It's extremely dangerous for society. We need strong men in society. Without strong men, there is no society. And people think I'm crazy or sexist for saying that, but those are just brainwashed people who don't live in reality. They just live in their own little fancy, luxurious reality that they live in, and they don't realize how hard life is without men. That doesn't. Again, we need women too. It's a balance. It's a good balance. But now we're completely eradicating masculinity and eradicating men, and no wonder society is going to hell right now.
We just hope we can explain what it's like to be human. It's a lonely road, and you don't care about what we know. It's not about how we feel, but what we provide inside that home. That home. It's not about how we feel, but what we provide inside that home.
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love the message. I absolutely love the message. And I want, like, if anyone's my age or watching this, it's a little bit younger, and you feel completely lost as a man, all I gotta tell you is to just don't listen to what like mainstream media tells you to do. First of all, delete all social media. I think I deleted it like 2 months ago. It's the greatest thing I've ever done. I'm way less anxious. I live now in reality instead of living in the digital world. That's where people live nowadays, and it's toxic. It's not good for you. So get rid of social media, number one. And number two, no matter what job you do, I don't care if you're a bag boy at a grocery store, or you work in a corner store or a pharmacy. I don't care what you do. You got to do the job the best of your capabilities, and I promise you, you'll feel fulfilled and you'll feel a lot better. I started doing that recently. I'm a waiter. I don't have the greatest job in the world. I don't have the highest paying job in the world. I don't have the most fulfilling job in the world. I'm a waiter. I serve people. I'm a slave. No, I'm kidding. But I do it to the best of my capabilities. I try to make the clients laugh. I try to make them have a good experience. And therefore, even after like a 12-hour shift, I feel completely exhausted. I feel happy. Why? Because I know I did something good. I know I did my job well. And for that, I know I'm going to get rewarded somehow. God sees it, and God's going to reward me in some kinds of ways. And I think he is. I've never felt so happy in my entire life. And all I did was to stop. How can I say this? I stopped worrying about trying to be happy, and instead I did what I had to do regardless of how I felt. And in turn, I became a lot more happy. It's very weird how happiness works. And I think young men are too busy on trying to chase happiness, and that's what leads to like a hedonistic path of just like chasing pleasures and going out, taking drugs, drinking all the time. That's what leads to that when you try to chase happiness. The goal in life is not to chase happiness, it's to chase what makes you feel fulfilled, and it's to do what you have to do regardless of how you feel. And in return, you feel so much more fulfilled. You feel like such a joie de vivre. I love that expression because it's so true. Like I wake up in the morning now and I can't wait to attack the day, and I can't wait to work out. I can't wait to go to work and just make people happy and try to be as positive as I possibly can. And even if I'm going through a little bit of things inside, like emotionally, like I'm not going to let that stop me from doing what I need to do. And I feel a lot better doing that. And I think that's a message that young men nowadays are not being told. They're being told the complete opposite. And that's why we see all these young men my age, like, being depressed and killing themselves. It's sad. It's completely sad. I know a few people from my high school that ended up committing suicide because they felt useless. Like, that's not normal. It's not normal and no one talks about it because no one cares, because we're mainstream media and social media, we're just told that men have everything, life is so much easier to be a man and stuff like that, where it's completely not true. People don't know what it's like to be a man. I don't know what it's like to be a woman. So I'm not going to talk about issues about being a woman, but don't talk about issues about being a man if you have no idea what it's like to be a man. And a lot of people my age, boys my age, I say, they're not men, they're boys. They're immature, they're weak, they don't stand up for themselves, they don't do anything worthwhile, and then in return they're depressed and they feel useless. Because they're told their entire lives that being masculine is bad, being a man is bad, which is the worst thing you can possibly do. Because a society without man or a society with weak men is a crime-ridden society, and it's anarchy practically. We have a bunch of weak men that are just emotionally, like, they're just complete messes, and no wonder there's crime rates are going up, shootings are going up, because they're acting upon their emotions. It's completely disgusting. Like, we're trying to turn men into women and women into men. No wonder women are depressed and men are depressed, because we're turning them into the opposites of what they were born to be. It's fucking depressive, man. But I do think that people are waking up, and we need people like Dax and Darius Rucker. We need people like Jordan Peterson. We need people like Theo Vaughn, Joe Rogan, Andrew Tate. Like, we need all these people to just have an influence on men, because a lot of men don't have role models anymore. We just don't. We're not raised by our parents anymore. We're raised by social media. We're raised by the government. We're raised by schools, and we're being programmed with such negativities that we end up doing things that we're not meant to do, and we end up doing things that we regret, and it just destroys our lives. And that's why, like, I find it so sad, man, when I see people that I went to high school with, and then I see them a couple years later, they're completely out of shape, they're completely depressed, they gave up on their dreams and on their goals, and they're working a 9 to 5 that they absolutely hate, and all they do is look up for the weekend and go out and party and drink and do drugs, and then they end up dying at 25 years old. It's fucking depressing, man. So all I gotta say is that there is hope. All you gotta do is just work hard and do what you have to do regardless of how you feel. Be disciplined. And don't use excuses like, I don't have time to go to the gym, I don't have time to work. Yes, you do. If you have time to go to the bar, you have time to go to the fucking gym. Oh, yeah, but I'm a student today. It doesn't matter. Life's hard. Get over it. Like, that's the end of the... okay, I'm going on a tangent there, but you understand what I mean. Anyways, to go back to the song, Dax to Be a Man, great song. Absolutely love it. 10 out of 10. I adore the message. And Darius Rucker, as I said, he has a soft spot in my heart because I absolutely love Wagon Wheel. It's such a good song. So yeah, anyways, if you guys enjoy the video, leave a comment, rate, subscribe, and if you guys want to see more videos from me, let me know what kind of artists you guys want me to react to, or just any other songs from Dax maybe. Just let me know, guys. It's been your boy Elliot. I love you guys. Stay strong, and peace out.